Burnettown, South Carolina didn't begin with a grand plan or a booming industry. One word to sum up the history of Burnettown: transportation. It began with a road, a rutted wagon road, and a man named Daniel Burnett who purchased land along that road in 1890. His land sat right in the middle of Horse Creek Valley, and when the Aiken-Augusta interurban trolley line was built in the early 1900s, the tracks ran straight through his property. Passengers would tell the conductor, "Let me off at Mr. Burnett's land." That simple phrase became a landmark, and that landmark became Burnettown, later Burnettown. In 1901, Mr. Burnett sold property to families who wanted to build homes. The valley was growing, and transportation was shaping everything. The trolley connected Augusta and Aiken, carrying mill workers, shoppers, and school children. Burnett's land became one of the most important stops on the line. But in 1929, the trolley made its final run. The valley needed a new way to move. That's when the Valley Taxi Service stepped in. By 1940, there were 35 taxis running through the valley, carrying workers to the mills and families to town. Personal cars were still a luxury, and the taxis were essential. But a new law from the Public Service Authority threatened to shut the taxis down. It became illegal for a taxi to pick up a passenger more than 5 miles from an incorporated town, and the main road through the valley was 10 miles long. The valley was stuck, but the taxi drivers came up with a plan. What if Burnettown incorporated? Burnettown was the only place that could do it. Every community around it, Clearwater, Langley, Graniteville, was mill-owned. Burnettown sat on private land right in the middle of the valley. So on June 5th, 1941, Burnettown officially became a town. Its motto: keeping the valley together. The first mayor was George Dillon. The first town hall and water office were on 3rd Street in a building owned by Frank Garvin. Open 1 day a week, 9 to 5. Taxi license fees paid for street lights, a policeman, and trash collection. The taxis kept running and the valley kept moving. By 1977, Burnettown was the smallest incorporated town in South Carolina and the only one without city taxes. Revenue came from power usage, state rebates, beer and cigarette taxes, and license tags. The town grew slowly but steadily. In 1978, a new law required Burnettown to begin charging city taxes. The state had undercounted the population, listing only 430 residents when there were closer to 700, and the town needed the revenue. Mayor Smith, elected in 1957, served 10 terms. He and 4 councilmen met once a month in the small town hall on 3rd Street. Burnettown had a one-man police force who was called from his day job when needed. The county sheriff's department and ambulance service helped when emergencies arose. One of the biggest changes was the water system. Mayor Smith once managed the waterworks. In 1970, some yards still had hand pumps. By 1977, Burnettown drilled a 3rd deep well producing 500 gallons per minute. The new well cost $42,000, paid entirely by the water system. Many customers lived outside town limits. Mrs. Nora J. Smith handled billing every Friday at Town Hall. Burnettown was growing and changing. The Town Hall, built in the late 80s and early 90s, now serves as a public event space. Across the street sits the building that once housed Posey's funeral home, now Burnettown's current town hall. And right next door, you'll find the Midland Valley Historical Museum, a treasure of valley history. They're open Fridays 1 to 4. Tell them Horse Creek Legacy sent you. From a wagon road to a trolley stop to the town that kept the valley connected, Burnettown has always been shaped by transportation, community, and the determination to keep local people supported by local resources. Today, Burnettown has grown to cover much of Horse Creek Valley, a community built on Burnett's land, strengthened by the trolley, saved by the taxis, and sustained by the people who call it home. Thanks for joining me for this look at the history of Burnettown, South Carolina. If you enjoy Horse Creek Valley stories, be sure to like and subscribe for more.